Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. Once again, we are going to be trying to predict the All Blacks starting lineup, but this time it is not up against the Wallabies. It is going to be up against the Pumas. The game this weekend kicking off at 7:05 p.m. on Sunday should be exciting. And at this stage, I am leading our series 3-0, so I'm sitting pretty comfortably with just the 4 matches left, but there is still time for a comeback.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. I have to pick up the slack, but yeah, I'll definitely come back into it. I'm hoping to win this week's game.
Alrighty, well, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to leave a like and check out Rugbyitch's channel. He is going to be doing his watch-along live stream and also a preview and review of this match, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, indeed, yeah.
So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We will start with the front row. I will let you go first. Who have you got in your All Blacks front row?
Okay, well, I'm just going to make this a point clear. If anyone has watched the previous videos that we've done, I've gone with the same front row for the last, I think, 2 weeks now. Well, 3 weeks, actually, for the Wallabies. And I've got it completely wrong for all 3 of them. So for that decision, I've gone with the safer option. And I've gone with what I believe the All Blacks will go with, not what I believe. And I think that it'll be George Bower at number 1. I believe it'll be Cody Taylor at number 2. And they'll go with Nepalolala at number 3. So I believe that's the safest option because obviously that's what they've gone with for the last 3 weeks. So that's what I've gone with.
Right. So I've got very similar, although I have made a change to what they had last week. Instead, I have got number 1, Carl Tuanuki.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I wanted to put in so badly, but I was just like, I have to stick with I have to go safe in that option. But yeah.
And then 2, Cody Taylor. Even though he did have his head knock, I believe he is still going to be ready for this game.
Yeah.
And then also 3, Nepo Lolalu, who had a very good game in that last match.
Did you see his offload? Did you see his offload? I was like,
he was doing all sorts.
I was like, oh, look at this. Sonny Bill's been teaching you some offloads there, mate. But it was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Because he also, I think he won 2 scrum penalties as well.
Exactly.
And
no, he was
really
good in the first half, but I believe it was he won one straight away against James Slipper, I believe. But then James Slipper got the upper hand against him 5 minutes later. So it was a very good contest actually between those two. But yeah, he had a great game in my opinion. Great game.
So only the one change in our front row so far. I believe we actually had 2 different props last week.
Yes, of course.
Predicting. But at this stage now we will move on to the locks. So I will go first. Number 4, I have gone with once again Brody Retallick. And then number 5 for this match, I have gone with Patrick Tuipulotu.
Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay, well, wow, actually surprised you've gone with that. Okay, wow, okay. Well, for me, actually, I've gone with a complete switch in the sense where I don't believe they'll go with Retallick within this, the start. I don't believe he'll start within this game. So I've gone with a bold call here, probably the most boldest call within my lineup, to be honest. I've gone with Tupou Vaa'i at 4. I believe he'll get his opportunity. I'm hoping he gets his opportunity. And I've also actually gone with Patrick Tuipulotu at 5. So it's interesting to see. I've gone with kind of a new lock pairing just to see how that works. But obviously, you never know. I think Retallick obviously has a good shot, obviously. But yeah, I think we're both in the same lines. I think that Tuipulotu kind of deserves another chance, and I think what better opportunity that is against the Pumas.
It's interesting that we both ended up dropping Scott Barrett out of the grouping.
I think that's just because it's one of those where with Barrett, don't get me wrong, I think he had a very average game, to be honest. He didn't really make too much of an impact within that game against the Wallabies last week. But it's one of those where I believe Patrick Tuipulotu, he can just bring more. I personally like him more, prefer him to Barrett. But I guess it's a 50-50 really on what you like more in your lock. But yeah, I hope he starts because he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, alrighty. So in that regard, we are going with, we've got quite a few changes that we've gone with so far, but also in the regard of kind of being very similar. We always end up down a very similar path.
It's weird how we both say we're making changes and then we just do something very similar at the end of the day. So it's
So now loose forwards, are we going to see any changes in your 3 from last week?
I am making one change within my loose forward pack. I am going with I just cannot have him in my side, so I've gone with Akira once again at 6. I mean, he was sensational. Like, he was the best probably the best, I think, game he's ever had for the All Blacks. I could be wrong in saying that, but I think it's the best game I've ever seen him play. So hats off to him, obviously, and yeah, he definitely deserves to be starting again at 6. at 7, this is where I've made my change. I've actually not gone with Dota Papali. I mean, obviously, he's been brilliant, obviously, for the All Blacks, and you could say maybe the Blues previously. But I've actually gone with Luke Jacobson within the 7 spot. I do believe he could get a shot. And obviously, what I like about Luke Jacobson is that he can actually fit within any of the 3. He's actually very good in that sense, where he's kind of very versatile. So for that reason, I've gone with him at 7. And then, of course, I have to go with Artist V at number 8, captain. So, yeah, that's what I've gone with my loose forwards.
Right, okay. I have got Akira Ioane at number 6.
Okay.
And number 8, I have gone with Adi Savia. Number 7, tried to keep my face as straight as it could be, but I have got Luke Jacobson at 7 as well.
No, you don't. You don't have it. No, you don't.
I do.
What?
I've got it written down.
I was thinking outside the box with that. Like, I thought you might go with like Ethan Blackladder. I was like, yeah, go ahead, have him. But I
thought that was who you were going to say when you said that you had a change at 7.
But this ruins it.
We don't do it on purpose, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. It just ends up somehow. Oh, we'll have to wait until the backline. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the backline, maybe we'll have some differences there.
I'll do 9 and 10 first. For myself, I have gone with TJ Perenara, starting at number 9. Looked dangerous off the bench. That lovely kick crossing out to George Bridge as well.
Brilliant kick, by the way. Brilliant, yeah.
And he seemed to be just reading the game very nicely in the later stages. So I'd like to see how he goes up against the Pumas at the start of a game rather than in the second half. And then at 10, once again, I have also stuck with what they did last week, and I have gone with Beauden Barrett as my 10.
Yeah, well, I think this position is kind of the one I would expect us to choose the same, just because it's one of those where with Beauden, he obviously is the only 10 kind of really like proper 10 really available. So yeah, I've also gone with Beauden Barrett, of course. And I've also gone with TJ Perenara. I think it's one of those where obviously Brad Weber did start last week, and both of us actually missed out on a point for that one. But I do believe they'll give Perenara his opportunity now. So I think for that reason, I've gone with him to reunite that Hurricane 9-10 combo.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we will have to wait to see whether or not that is the case. Next, we will go with the centres. We'll save the wingers for a little bit later on. Centres. Of course, yeah. I will go first. No, wait, sorry, it's you who goes first.
I'll go first to this one, yeah. So I think with this one, again, I mean, unless you've made a bold call here, which you might have actually gone with what I think, but I've gone with the safe pick, you can say. And I've gone with the likes of David Havili at 12, as well as Angela Brown at 13. I just believe that combination, they're really trying to like create more chemistry of that. And obviously that, this is kind of the first opportunity, what you'd say, first tournament they're actually playing both together in. So, like, I'm really liking the combination actually between both of them. I think they really bring a lot of stability as well as just balance within that, back line. So, for that reason, I've gone with those two to start at center.
Okay. Interesting choices.
Yeah.
I wish I had thought of them myself. Wait, oh, yes, I did. I've got the exact same pairing. David Havili at 12 and Don Leonard Brown at 13. Both had very good games in the last match, and they were just able to shut down Samu Karevi very well, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, no, I wouldn't agree with that. I would actually say Karevi was, out of all the back line, I think Karevi was the one who actually did very well in actually just getting past our defense. Because normally, Ansel Brown is actually a very good defender recently for the Chiefs, you could say, within the last 2 years. He's really picked up his defensive plays. But within this game, he really let Karevi actually loose in the sense where he was able to kind of create a lot of opportunities for the Wallabies. Obviously, a lot of his opportunities actually didn't come to use actually for the they didn't actually convert from them. But still, I do believe that was the one area of the back line which they kind of have to work on. Obviously, I say the line speed for the All Blacks was just, as usual, incredible. But I do believe Karevi had the better of Angela Brown. That's so yeah. Maybe even obviously I could be wrong, but do let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. But
would you say he had the better of David Havili?
No. Havili had a great game, and that's the thing is that with Havili, like he did very well because obviously it was what was it? It was Karevi and Ikata, I believe, and then obviously Havili and Angela Brown. But what Karevi actually came more on the outside, so that's kind of why Ansel Brown actually had to face more of Karevi than what you would expect with Havili and Karevi obviously being in the same position. So it was one of those where, for that reason, I think Havili did, I guess, pretty well. I guess he just had a good game. I wouldn't say he was like sensational, but he just had, he was average in the sense of what he obviously brings towards the All Blacks. But also but when I say average, that's like, that's pretty good. So it's, yeah, he had a good game.
But yeah, Harvey picking up 2 more tries. He must be close to the leading try scorer for
he's
the All
incredible.
Blacks at
He's
the moment.
incredible. But we'll talk more about tries within these next few positions because I have an interesting stat which I saw, which I was like, wow, I just can't believe it. But anyway, you go ahead and tell me your back three for the year.
Was your stat anything to do with the mullets?
No. I did see that actually. By the way, I actually did see that stat, but no, it's not. It's not actually to do with the mullets. But actually, you can bring that up later on. But yeah, it was a good one. That was a good stat.
Alrighty. So number 11 and number 14, we've never quite agreed on these 2 positions. It's always a change.
I think it's the one position we've never agreed on, and in every position, we've never agreed on this one. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, you go ahead and say what you think.
Right. So I've got number 11, Rieko Ioane.
Okay.
Once again, I've decided to go with him there. It seemed to be working pretty well for the All Blacks in this one. Sevu Reece would have been right there as an option for number 11, I think. But instead, I decided to not put him out on that other wing. On the right wing, I have gone with Will Jordan as my number 14.
Okay. But that's the thing is that Sevu Reece actually hasn't, like, I was very surprised to see this, but he hasn't actually played for the All Blacks in the last 2 games. Like, he wasn't actually included within both of them. So I was like, no, there's no way that's actually true. So I was like, wow, okay. So surprisingly, which I'm actually kind of shocked in a sense because I thought I was being the big brain here, but I've actually gone the same with Rieko at 11 and Will Jordan at 14. I mean, I think for me, I've always selected Will Jordan at 14 because that's really the position which I think he will nail down really up, going towards the World Cup. I do believe that's his for. I don't think really anyone can take that off him. I think it's really a contest between Reece and Rieko, you could say, for that 11 spot, and obviously Bridge if you want to include him. But yeah, I do believe Will Jordan's just done very well. And the stat that I saw recently actually was on Rugby Pass, I believe they brought it up. But it was one of those where Will Jordan's conversion rate for tries is sensational at the moment. Like he's like, I believe it's like he's at 7 starts, I believe, for the 7. I believe he's played 7 games, I believe, for the All Blacks, and I think 3 of them were starts. I could be wrong with that. And I think he scored 11 tries within all that. So it's incredible. And I think that the average, I think it was like 1.57, I believe, for the amount of tries he scores each game, which is incredible. And they were actually comparing that towards Rieko. Obviously, Reiko's obviously been more in the game, but I believe he's had around 40 games, I believe, for the All Blacks, and he started around 32. And I think he scored around the 30 mark as well within that. Yeah. It was incredible to see just how these 2 winners are just. I mean, yeah, I'm really excited. As obviously I'm a Springbok fan, but when looking at these All Blacks, 11 and 14 jerseys, I'm pretty scared. But, yeah.
In the back of my mind, just thinking about it, I'm wondering whether or not they will put Reece at number 11.
See,
but I'm not going to change mine.
I wanted to do, but I originally wanted to put Reece in, but I thought you would put Reece in for yourself.
So you did it.
I don't want to back off and just I don't want to immediately just change what I have now because I have to stick to my guns. But no, Reece. That's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts. Let's just say that because he hasn't obviously played for the last 2. But yeah.
Okay. Number 15. Are we going to have a surprise at who is starting here? I believe it is going to be yourself.
I don't think we should have a surprise. I mean, obviously, there was a lot of, you could say, controversy during the game with likes of Jordie Barrett. It's obviously good to see, obviously, that decision's also been overturned now. I think it's the correct decision, obviously. I do believe within the game, it was the right call, obviously, for it to be a red card. Obviously, it wasn't intentional, so I believe it was the right decision afterwards to, kind of rescind it. But I haven't actually gone with Jordie Barrett within this one. I've actually gone back to Damian McKenzie. I do believe he'll get his shot again, and I do believe that combination of McKenzie and Will Jordan is just I've really favored that a lot recently, and I do believe that they'll go with that again.
Okay. So I've taken, I guess you could call it a risk in that regard, and I have decided to leave Jordie Barrett at 15 because up till that red card, he actually had a very good performance, I thought.
He had a great game. So, he had a very good game in what he was, yeah.
I think, he just got into that situation of getting that red card very early, but because of the fact that there's no suspension attached to it and that he doesn't have to miss any games after that last one, I think that they may give him another chance just because he has kind of waited so long on the sideline waiting for that chance for McKenzie not to be in the starting lineup. And McKenzie got more minutes in that last game. Than Jordie Barrett in the end.
It's one of those where, but obviously that just comes down towards the red card. So it just it makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah, that is a big change that we have got ourselves there. So I'm interested to see how your bench shapes up now with that change.
Yeah, I would assume we have a similar bench for the players that we've selected, but I could be wrong, of course. Well, wait, is it my turn? I think it's your turn actually to go for this one. Yeah.
Right. So, I've gone with big changes. Okay. I've gone huge changes, in fact.
I know you've done. Okay, just say his name already. I know you've done.
Number 16, Asafa Moore.
Yep.
Number 17, Ethan de Groot. Yep. Number 18, not predicting this one, Tyrell Lomax.
Whoa, what? You haven't gone with the obvious.
No.
I'm sorry,
I'm 3-0 up.
Well, I'll be so surprised. I mean, I'm not going to argue against the first two because those two could definitely happen. But I'm sorry, that's what is it? The 18 jersey is. There's no way that's going away from Angus Talbot. That's his jersey. That's his position. But I mean, for me, obviously, like I said, I have gone with Angus Talbot at 18. For the let me go back for the 16. The 16, I have actually gone with Takalaho. I do believe he'll get his opportunity within that one. And for the number 17 position, I've gone with Carlton Rafe within that one. Obviously, with me not obviously going forward, with George Barrow obviously on starting this time, I've gone with Carl to start. Come off the bench.
Three differences there.
Yeah, 3 differences there. So that's the thing is that our bench actually, now that I think about it, could be a difference, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's interesting.
I think it's going to be very different because I think you gave a little bit of a teaser of who you might have in the number 19.
Exactly, yeah. So obviously for the number 19 jersey, I do have the likes of Brody Retallick within that one. I do believe he will be included, so that's kind of it. I think that's kind of me being more safe in that sense because I do believe he'll either start or be on the bench. So for that reason, I put him on the bench, but obviously that's just really just I would have preferred actually putting Barrett or maybe even I don't know who else do they have in that position that they can go with.
I think that's really, all of them. If we've got
that's really all of them. Yeah, that really is all of them. So I think I would have preferred putting Barrett, but I think for more of a safer option, I've gone with Brody Retallick at 19.
Alrighty, and who have you got for your number 20?
20, I have got. So this was a difficult one because there's a lot of players I could have gone with, but within this position, I've gone with Ethan Blackletter. I do believe he'll get another opportunity off the bench. It's one of those where he actually did pretty well actually off the bench, and I was very lucky. If you saw the last video, it was the quick decision I made on the video where I wanted to put him in my side. So and I got a point from him. So I'm hopefully he'll do the same thing again. Hopefully he comes off the bench again.
Alrighty, so number 19 for myself, I've got Scott Barrett as my pick here.
Okay.
So I decided that I don't think they'd take him completely out of everywhere. So I've decided to leave him there at number 19. No, Tupava. He's had his couple of minutes. He'll get a couple in about 8 games' time if it's up to Ian Foster by the looks of it. But at number 20, I've gone with Hoskins Satutu. I really wanted to put Ethan Blackadder there.
Whoa, you go with it. Okay, I like it. I like it. As a Blues fan, I like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I decided to do it. I think it was because I felt bad because I completely missed him out of my lineup last week. And he didn't actually play last week as well.
Fair enough.
On that note, but yeah, Ethan Blackadder easily could have had that spot. I've gone with a bit of a risk. I'm seeing how risky I can get it.
I mean, I like that choice actually because there actually is a good shot that he actually gets a bench opportunity more than a starting opportunity. So for that reason, that could definitely happen. That can definitely happen for sure.
Right, so we've got 5 differences on our benches so far, and we're going to have a few more.
Oh, that's terrible news for me because normally the bench is what lets me down, but we'll see what happens.
21, 22, 23. We'll do it in a grouping.
I think this is the positions where we should have the same for what we've gone with previously. No, don't tell me you've gone something different. We must have something. For 21 we have to have the same player for sure. For 21 we both have Weber. No, you've gone with Christie. No, you haven't gone with Christie. You've gone with it.
Yep, I've gone with Finley Christie.
Gosh, you've gone with Christie. I mean, I love it as a Blues fan. I love it, but you've gone with Christie.
I have gone with Finley Christie here.
Fair enough. Okay.
Right, 22 we have got a difference because 22 I've got Damian McKenzie.
Yeah, and of course, like from my point of view, I will have. Actually, no. Did I go? Will I go Jody Barrett? Yeah, I had Jody Barrett on here. That was the one position I was telling you before, which I wasn't sure if I'd changed or not, but yeah, I had gone with Jody Barrett at the number 22 position. Actually, no, it was. No, actually, it wasn't 22 that I've actually gone with him. Sorry, that's a complete. That's actually wrong for me. I've actually gone with what's his name? I've gone with Dupaya. That's the one.
Okay.
Quinn Dupaya.
Yep.
Yeah, Quinn Dupaya. I do believe they'll try to give him an opportunity. So I've gone with him actually at my 22 option, because for 23, I can say now that's where I've put Jody Barrett, because I believe that's kind of where they normally put the fly halves. I mean, also you can cover both, like fly half slash, fullback or winger if you want him. So that's the reason why I put him within that 23 spot.
Okay, and my 23 is Sevu Reece. So for the first time ever in these predictions, we have got a completely different 8 names on our bench.
Gosh,
we were in such an agreement on the starting lineup.
Whoever wins this will win from the bench. That's kind of what's going to happen. So, wow. Okay. Well, I guess hopefully the odds are in my favor, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So yeah, we got some risks in there. Like the factor that at this stage I've got about 5 or 6 players on the bench who didn't actually play the last match, which is quite a large number to have, because unless Ian Foster makes about 10 changes, I am going to be possibly giving up a few points.
It could definitely happen. It could definitely happen.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are back every week with our predictions of what we think Ian Foster is going to go with for his starting lineup and reserves. Also, check out Rugbyitch on his channel. Once again, we are going to be doing a little bit of rugby and all sorts on there, maybe a little bit in the future.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But yeah, nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in, and we will see you all in the next one.